Hi, it's me, Barbara. Welcome back. Today's video, we are reacting to my 2025 goals list video, and I thought, why not go ahead and review how I did in 2025. I have not thought about this video since I posted it, so we're just gonna live react to it. I have it on my phone right here, so we're gonna go ahead and get going. Since it's January and everyone's like, new year, new me, I thought it would be a good time to kind of talk about what I'd like to do in this year and really try to find some joy in the capitalist hellscape that we currently live in. But they're not resolutions. This is a running task list that I've had since I moved into this house. That was 3 years ago almost. So demand avoidance. So let's talk about what I'd like to do in this year. I reserve the right to wait until March to actually start all of this because that's technically the New Year's. So one of the first things I like to do is I would like to do is get back into reading. Last year I really got on the reading train and I read quite a few books, more than I have in the last decade or more, so 15 years honestly. So that was really good and I'm really happy with that. But I hit a reading slump really hard. I was dealing with chronic pain and I couldn't vlog and I felt really detached from everything I was trying to read. I fell into a great depression, honestly. I think that's what contributed to it, and I've just been really exhausted by work. I work in a call center and customer service, and if you know, you know. Anyway, so I want to get into reading more. I want to get into listening to music more, and I have been doing. Okay, so I have since moved out of that house, and I know I didn't do anything on this list while I was living there because the summer was like one thing after another for me after the pain flare up, which has gotten a lot better. Do your daily stretches. It really does help, as much as we don't want that to be the case. It really does help. I have been reading. I have kept that up. I have read quite a bit this year. I don't know the amount because I don't keep track of how many books I read because it doesn't matter. I'm not in school. Is there a grade? No. So, but I have been reading. I think I, on average, read probably a book a month. I still work at that job. It is still crushing the soul out of me. So like, comment, and subscribe so I can quit that 9 to 5. I'm gonna keep saying it until you keep doing it. The next one was find new music. I have not done this. I think the last time I found new music was Chapel Roan and Doechii, which everyone was listening to at this time. I have the neurodivergent issue, neurospicy issue, where you just listen to the same 5 songs over and over again. I'm really trying to break out of that. That is also something I'd like to really dig into music again and listening to full albums, start to finish, all of that fun stuff. So he has some artists that are similar to the ones that I mentioned that tickle the brain with their music. Leave them in the comments for me. None of you left me any music suggestions in the comments. Rude. Love to know. I really want to get a good cleaning house upkeep routine. I am so bad at choring, as my partner calls it. I struggle a lot with it because I have a lot of trauma, like childhood trauma around cleaning. I have been actively trying to overcome that, and I have found some ways to help me manage that a bit better, but it's still a struggle for me. So I really want to get into a routine of like just basic house maintenance and managing that. And I do think that's something I'm going to vlog because it is something I struggle with. And I know other people really struggle with it too. And I don't think enough people talk. There's like a lot of shame. There's a lot of shame around struggling to keep house, and it's hard work. It is labor. It is unpaid, unseen labor. Okay, so I have gotten better at this. I don't have like a strict schedule when it comes to cleaning, but it does get done. I'm much better about doing a full kitchen top to bottom clean, not just half-assing it. You know, regular vacuuming and mopping. And I think moving has really helped with that because the new place I'm in looks clean after I clean it. The other place, no matter how much I cleaned, no matter how much work I did, it always had like a grunge vibe, and not in a cool fun way, but like in a really nasty gross way. So this place, when I clean it, like I had people over for the recent holidays and it was like, oh, this bathroom is actually clean, and it was very nice. So that has helped a lot. I'm still bad at like clutter, as you can see, the stack of books that I've yet to organize. Cleaning has gotten a lot easier. That I have done. I really want to do landscaping on my yard. Okay, I have not done this, but again, I moved. My new place, we moved at the end of summer. I just didn't have time to do anything. So in the spring, we're gonna really hit the ground running. I do have some things I want to do around the house that are just like decor, DIY. That's something I would really like to get into. I don't know if I'm going to paint or anything. Maybe. We'll see. And that brings me to another point. I would really like to focus on a slow buy. So for decorating DIY, I moved out of that place. We got the news that that was going to happen, and then it was taking forever for it to happen, and then it just like happened all at once. So that never happened. But this place, I still have free reign to do what I want. It definitely needs a coat of paint. So there are some things I want to do, and I still want to do that over here. Spend less money, I definitely have done. It doesn't feel like it because the cost of living just keeps going up, 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 up. But I haven't bought from Amazon at all in 2025. Thank you. I do way less impulse buying. Like, it's very rare. Usually there's a reason, like I've been looking for this thing. Most of what I've been impulse buying has been books, and it's usually books I've been looking for or wanting to purchase anyway. And then like tiny things here and there, mostly like fun snacks. So I've been doing a lot better with this. Projects that I actually want to do, like I want to get back into sewing. I want to make my own capsule wardrobe. I want to mend the clothes that I have and, you know, upcycle the clothes that I don't wear anymore. And I have so much clothes that I could do that. And I also want to cook more. I want to do more home cooking. As far as sewing and upcycling, I haven't done any of that. And I have been doing more home cooking. I definitely cook more at home than eating out. And I didn't even remember that these were on here, so that's really exciting. Speaking of becoming more self-sufficient, this year has really taught me that I need to take my body more seriously and I need to be more physically active. Getting a movement routine and sticking to it and being really diligent about it and keeping it being a part of my day, going on hot girl walks and things like that. So learning how to move my body without hurting myself. I don't know how to do that. Maybe I'll get into singing. I used to. Okay, so for the physical fitness, yes, I've done a lot better with this year. So there was a time where I wasn't able to get into a squatted position like at all. I can now do it from standing. I have been really focusing more on like how my body moves and moving it correctly, because I found that the reason is that I don't know how to stabilize my body, and that's why I hurt myself all the time. Learning what that feels like, what a stable standing position is, what stable walking is, just basic movement things, and doing things slowly and really just moving with intention of healing my body versus like moving to look a certain way. I keep going back and forth about potentially joining a gym, but I really hate that and I don't want to give my money to a gym. There's too many people, and I know myself, I'll set up the gym membership and then I'll never go. So I haven't come up with like a good strength routine yet. I mean, I think I've taken a walk like twice this year outside of like going on trips that required walking. So I need to be better about that. I'm just not good at intentional working out, but maybe that'll change. I have inherited some workout equipment. So I have a bike and an elliptical machine, and you know, maybe I can start engaging with those things. I've been thinking about like bringing up Pilates, but doing like home Pilates, which I haven't looked into at all, but maybe that could be a goal for next year. And then the last one was seriously singing again. No, I haven't even thought about this. As much as I enjoyed singing when I was in it, there's no good resources where I live because it's all old people, barbershops, religious affiliation. There's nobody just like, let's get together and make some choral music, you know? And I don't have any interest in getting in the industry, so I think I'm just gonna be somebody who sings in their house, and that's okay. Getting in a routine of filming and editing and getting stuff uploaded, I think for YouTube especially, content creation, I would just like to post content. I have posted 3 videos this year, including this one. So I will take that. That's better than normal. And in fact, since I started posting again, I have posted 2 weeks in a row. Look at me go. And I'm currently cooking on one video, and then I'm cooking on this video. I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty proud of that. Very excited about how the content's going. It just seems to just be working. I'm learning to let go, and done is better than perfect. Just get it up and we'll do better in the next video, or we won't. I'm pretty proud of that I've been able to post content and create content, and the content has been coming together. I have definitely filmed a lot of content over 2025, but I could not get it together. I've learned that vlogging is not for me. I'm just not aesthetic. And even though being non-aesthetic is kind of coming back around, I'm also not non-aesthetic. I don't know how to like put a vlog video together and then remember where I want to put things and like make it make sense for a story or a plot or whatever, to make it interesting to watch. Like I think vlogs are not for me, which is fine. I'm much better at like sitting down and chatting, or if I'm vlogging like the process of doing something versus like, hey, it's Saturday and I'm just gonna sit on my couch and crochet for 4 hours, and then I'm gonna read a little bit, and then I'm gonna clean the kitchen, and then I'm gonna cook something. I just don't live interesting enough life, which I love. I love that my life is very chill and boring. Like that has been the dream forever. I know that it's not necessarily worth sharing unless I'm building something. So like if I'm gonna do a room renovation or I'm gonna do a sewing project, like that stuff I'll definitely vlog. I have been posting content, and it did take me basically the whole year to get around to it, but I have gotten a good jump start for 2026, and I feel very confident, although I should knock on wood because that could end very quickly. So like, comment, and subscribe so I know you like this, please. I've been getting likes, but I haven't been getting any comments, and I know that comments are scary, but even if you're just like, hey, I like this, that is enough. Prove to me that there are real people looking at this. I'd love that. Thank you. Hello. I need to tell you my 2026 goals, wishes, aspirations. I do think it's good to like reflect and kind of have a idea of what you want for the year. You know, I'm trying to be chill about it too. I made a little list. I just want to go through so I can reflect on it next year and see what I did, see what I didn't do, see what I cared about and what I totally forgot that I even said. Because that happens a lot. So for 2026, this is the things that I would like to see happen in my life. Besides overthrowing the US government. Besides US tax dollars going to the people. Besides that. Yeah, so I want to for sure post consistently throughout the year, at least one video a month, if not two. I would love to get to a weekly schedule. Next up is to be more present for family and friends. I am really bad at being a complete recluse, staying in my house, not reaching out to people, not visiting people, not making time and effort. And it's because like my social battery is like consistently on 5%, and I work in a call center and it drains it to another down to 2%. And then I live with my partner, which usually takes up the rest of it. So I'm trying to, this year for sure, I would like to be way more present in my friends and family's life, build more community, make more memories, especially because I have a young niece and nephew, and I do want to be a better aunt than I had. You know? Is there a gender neutral word for aunt that isn't nibbling? Because I really don't like that. I don't like nib. It doesn't sit well in my soul. They call me Auntie Barbara, which is fine. I don't love it. It kind of gives me the same ick feeling as when people call me ma'am or miss. But I also don't know what else they would call me. So I just let them do that. So if you know one, please let me know. Next up is I want to start sewing consistently. And I have been looking because I realized the machine that I bought does not work for me and my brain. And I need a machine that's a little more user friendly. So I've been looking and I think I found it. I just need to bite the bullet. I'm always nervous to buy things on eBay. It's very scary. I desperately want to start sewing. Like, I'm mad I don't have more under my belt. I want to get to the point where I like literally make my own clothes. I make my partner's clothes. I make clothes for my family and friends. Like, I make stuff and maybe give it away to you all. Like, I really want to become a very well-versed sewist. So I did pick up a couple books on sewing machine maintenance, which I'm really excited about because I have a couple other machines that I want to learn how to get going because I love being a Renaissance person, knowing how to do lots of things. Plus, I thought it would be good to have in case I can't just Google things anymore. Anyway, I want to get more tattoos. I desperately want to get leg sleeves done, and I have some things I want to get altered, and I just really love tattoos, and I haven't gotten tattooed in so long. I got an itty bitty flash tattoo with my friend while I was in Chicago, but nothing significant, nothing like a work of art, nothing that's like amazing. And I really love my tattoo artist. She is so beautiful and talented and sweet and kind, and as a autistic person, like really makes me feel great when I go and see them. And I definitely want to give them more time and attention. Keep one vegetable alive. So I really want to be a better gardener. I'm so bad at it. I can really just keep pothos alive, and I killed a snake plant. A big one, like a tall almost 5-foot snake plant. I really put Indestructible to the test on that one. It wasn't my fault. The cat got into it. I put it outside. We had a frost snow front come in. A lot happened to that snake plant that was outside of my control. But I do want to keep at least one vegetable, maybe a tomato plant, maybe a couple herbs. Start small, you know, and maybe not start from seed. Maybe get some already going plants this time. My best friend is a master gardener, and I really need them to come over and give me set up. Teach me. Keep a maintenance routine. So for the house, cooking, cleaning, body, self-care. I'm a lot better than I used to be, but I want to be more consistent cleaning and keeping the house together and like doing laundry, putting my clothes away, you know, just little tiny things that I should just already be good at. I am forever at like 6 years old, for real. And I'm doing my best, but I want to get even better at it. I want to get way better at it. I want to get to the point where like anyone can come over to my house at any time and it is okay. That's what I want. I want to be the kind of person that's like so sorry for the mess and it's literally spotless. That's what I want instead of the trash goblin that I am. Do one house renovation. So I'm in a unique situation where I am renting, but I can do what I want to this house without, for the most part, I can't knock down any walls. I can't paint anything black. That was the only color I was given. I do have some things I can do to this place. And I do have a whole degree in interior design. I'm actually very talented in that. And I do want to utilize my skills and live in a place that feels like me. I do plan to be here for a little bit. Hopefully one day we will move out of this godforsaken bullshit state. I'm so mad at my local state government. I need to call them actually. I need to call all of them, and I should do that after this and leave them some nasty voicemails. I hate it here for so many reasons, and I would like to get out of this state. But that won't be for a while because it's very expensive to move. And rent is high everywhere, and I cannot buy a house. Even if you liked, commented, and subscribed, and I got to quit my 9-to-5 and was making, apparently some people make like $10,000 on one sponsored video. Even if I was doing all that, I probably still wouldn't be able to buy a house. But you know, can't hurt to try. Anyway, that's beside the point. Moving on. Learn to knit. So I've been crocheting pretty consistently. I'm currently working on a sweater. I finished a blanket this year for my partner. I want to make some blankets for my family for Christmas. So if you're watching this, sorry, I just spoiled your Christmas present. I think I like crochet technically better, like the act of crocheting better. The look of knit for like specific garments, like I'd love to be able to make my own socks. I think that would be very, very cool. So there's some staples that I think knitting cater to better, but I, again, like to know how to do a lot of things. I want to be the person, so in the apocalypse, I feel like my role is going to be the person that passes on knowledge, like how to make socks, how to grow a vegetable, how to make a soup, how to like mend a clothing item, you know, that kind of stuff. First aid, the elder person who knows how to do everything and tells all the whippersnappers what to do. That's what I want. That's my job in the village. And I really feel that, and I gotta up my game on how to do those things. Because you know how many times I've been in a situation where I will say, why don't you just do X, Y, and Z? And they're like, I would have never thought about that in a million years. How did you know? And I'm like, I don't know. I just be knowing things. But I need to get up my knowledge and abilities, okay? Gain an intentional movement routine. That's me rephrasing working out because I am traumatized from high school gym and just being a fat person my whole life. But I do need to be more physically able. And now that I'm officially a year and more out of my last big flare up, I had a huge sciatica flare up that like literally left me bedridden. I couldn't walk. I couldn't stand for more than 2 minutes at a time. It was very awful, and I'm grateful that I no longer deal with that kind of pain and struggle anymore, but it did leave me very atrophied because I was laid up for almost a year. My core strength is 0. I did a core exercise the other day and I don't even know how I'm holding myself up right now, like, to be honest. And then also with like recent events going on in Minneapolis, I want to be able to outrun ice. I want to be able to crush ice. I want to be able to hold my own if need be. Yeah. Nothing motivated me more than seeing that person jump out of an ice vehicle and run. I was like, I would probably fall on my face. I struggled to get out of an SUV right now because I got wobbly knees. I got them rickety old joints. But I want to be able to know that I can do a dead sprint if I need to. I will be laid up the next day. I will be bedridden, covered in ice the next day, but I want to be able to know that I can do it. So I've been very motivated recently and have been doing at least one thing a day for the last 2 weeks. So that's been pretty good. My sibling has a gym membership where they can bring a friend. So I'm currently working out to be able to go work out and test if I can even run at this point. I want to be strong like Bear. Yes, I want to be strong like Bear. And I have no desire to lose weight. I don't care about that at all. I just want to be able to know that if I also need to be walking the earth, the Last of Us style, that I am capable of doing that. Continue to build a physical library. Shameful, actually. Shameful. I have been doing that. I have been doing a little bit of self-care through buying secondhand books online, and I have put myself on a book buying ban. I have bought enough books. I have enough to read. I need to stop for at least a little bit. And I have books on the shelves that I haven't read that are my partner's, so I have enough. I'm good for now. But I also feel like it's important to maintain a library, because if the internet disconnects and nobody has any entertainment, I want to be a book source for people. And I just like the look of books. I would love to have a library, but we do need to stop spending money. We do need to stop giving money to corporations, even if they're secondhand corporations. If they're a business, we should stop giving them money unless they're local or small, Black owned, that kind of thing. Anyway, moving on. Get time off from work. This is a wish. And when I mean time off from work, I mean like a significant amount of time, like a leave of absence, like months, 90 days, a summer vacation. And I don't know how to do that without quitting. And I did write this when I was very, very burnt out. I recently did take 10 days off, which was very much needed. And I do feel a lot better, but I know the burnout. While my candle has a little flame, it is about to go out again. But yes, I would love to be able to take time off from having any job at all. I would love for that to happen. That is a wish. That's not a goal. That's not feasible. Unless you like, comment, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Oh my God. And I wouldn't take a break from this. I would take a break from having a corporate overlord. And I wish that for everybody. Everybody should get that. Next up is to keep reading, which I have been doing. I've been very consistent, and I'm going to keep doing it because I really do love reading. I think it's important to do that. And then spend less money, low buy. So I do want to save some money. There are some things we need to get. I desperately need a new mattress. Desperately need a mattress. There's some things that I need to get done to my vehicle so it will keep driving. There's some things I need to do there. So I really need to save money, if anything. And I don't want to give money to corporations anymore. I'm going to get that sewing machine. But after the sewing machine, it's going to be strictly things that I need, like food, water, shelter, and really see how much I could save it. So spending less money in general. Not buying things as willy-nilly, which I have been doing pretty good about. I haven't bought anything from Shamishon in like 2 years, if not more than that. I don't have a lot of resources as far as like places to shop in town. Pretty much every shop in town is somewhere to be boycotted. Luckily, I don't have a Target, so I don't have to worry about that. I haven't shopped at Target in over like 5 years. I was ahead of the curve. You know, there are some places that I do have to go, absolutely, and just making sure what I'm purchasing from there is like necessities and nothing else. No stuff, you know, and being better about buying extra things. It's hard because like I'm a millennial and we grew up in the era of hauls, retail therapy, and things like that. And it's hard to unlearn those things. And I am the kind of person that when I'm having a bad day, or if I do have to leave my house, I might as well get a treat. I do need to stop going to Marshall's. You know, we all have things to work on. And then next on my list is to make art. I'm not an artist. I would never say that. I think I'm a creative person, but I would like to practice more art skills, like learn more drawing theory, learn how to do basics, make more art in general, get into like painting and sketching, and just, you know, make something, even if it's bad, even if it's shit. I got a drawing pad for the holidays, and which I really, really love, so I can make cool little details for videos when needed. But it's also just been nice to just open it up and draw a little bit. I made a Valentine's the other day because I'd like to make my own cards. I'm hoping that I can eventually make something like merch, cards, prints, just random stuff of things that I like, and just, you know, doodle every once in a while. What I like about the drawing pad is it doesn't feel as permanent as when I'm drawing on paper, because I can just like start over at any point. If it starts looking crazy, I can just move on. It's been nice, but I do want to make like physical, like tangible art. I'd love to make cards to send out to my friends and families, and I would love to like make stuff that's just cool, just like small little things. I don't want to have like a shop or anything. I don't think that's the plan. Just, you know, little tiny things. What else is on here? I have a quit job on here, which is very true. I would like to quit that job. Make more crafts, keep reading, gardening and landscaping. I would like to make my yard look very, very nice this year. I wanted to make it a bird and bee and bug oasis. I want it to be filled with butterflies and bees, crickets, lightning bugs, birds, bunnies. I want to be a little nature preserve in the manicured lawn hellscape suburbia that I live in. My neighbors are going to hate it. And I love that for me. A nice little protest yard. Get my office together, which I've already kind of started. I got a little bit more to do, but it's pretty much there. Yeah, that's it. That's all the things that I'd like to do in 2026. So far in the first month, I've been doing pretty good. I have started sorting my office. I've been doing intentional movement. I have been reading. I've been on a mostly low buy. Mostly. I have been building up my library, which goes against the low buy. I've been posting. I mean, I posted one video, but I'm going to post this one soon. So far, so good. Let me know what your wishes, your goals, your interests are, the things you want to get into in 2026. Don't forget to be a villager. Don't forget to be a community member. Do what you can. And the most important thing is to stay knowledgeable. Stay aware of what's going on. Talk to your friends and family. Start conversations. See where you can help out a neighbor. Make community, okay? Do what you can with what you have. We will get through this, okay? I so appreciate you being here and listening to me yap about what I want to do in 2026. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so I can quit my 9 to 5. I'd really appreciate it. And if you know, after you do all that, if you feel real fancy, if you want to do extra for me, send my video to yourself via email, or like send it to the group chat, send it to your grandma, you know, just share it. Just be like, hey, I would appreciate that. That would help me so much. Thanks so much for being here. I so appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.